Welcome to another edition of The Local Show here on Grassroots Community Network. I'm Eric Scarvin, your host. Welcome to our first show of the Winter Series, guys. Thank you for joining us this week on Grassroots Community Network. We want to also welcome our Facebook Live audience and our YouTube audience. Thanks for tuning in. We couldn't be more excited to kick off the series in fine style. We've got Klaus Obermeyer joining us. I want to welcome Klaus back to the show. Welcome back, Klaus.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for being here.
It's easy to find back.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just followed the road.
You just follow the road and then follow the ski tracks because we've had such great early season snow. So you can kind of like, follow the tracks around town. And it's been awesome so far. So what are your thoughts on this great, we had a really dry summer. Yeah. We had you on the show in the summer, but now we've had a great fall snow. Yeah, what are your thoughts?
It's beautiful. We're very fortunate, but we're really fortunate to have a ski company that is capable to make snow where it is needed.
Yes.
And they've done a terrific job. It's
yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful.
The way they've been making snow, and then the way they spread it out with the groomers, it's magical.
Yeah, and the groomers, they should all get a nice party at the end of the season because they're doing a super job now.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree, because that's extending our season when we don't get enough help from... Is it Mrs. Holla? Is that her name? Mrs. Holla? Hole?
Yeah.
She needs help sometimes.
Yeah.
Is that her name? You say she shakes her...
Oh, that's Mrs. Holle.
Mrs. Holle.
Yeah, Mrs. Holle, when she shakes out her beds in heaven, it snows down below.
Okay.
Yeah, I tried to get a hold of her earlier, only get the answering system.
She's, she's pretty busy. She's pretty busy. She's like shaking it out over the whole world right now.
But she gave us a little bit,
Yes, yes. But we could use the help, though, from the snow guns and the groomers.
Oh, yeah.
And it's great to open early as well.
Which isn't that nice.
Really nice. Nice.
Great.
So you haven't skied yet, and you're going to wait a little bit.
Yeah.
So what are you waiting for?
For a little bit more snow.
A little bit more snow.
Yeah. But I think it's already much better start this year than last year.
Yes, yes. And there's snow in the forecast for Thanksgiving this week.
Yeah.
And maybe even over the weekend.
Yeah.
So we'll see some more terrain open.
That's
maybe
great.
Buttermilk and Highlands will open early if we're lucky.
So you must have talked to Mrs. Holle.
Yes. I have a direct line to her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a tin can with a really long cord that goes way up in the sky, and she's on the other end like this. So it's so wonderful to have you here on Thanksgiving week. And what are some of the things that you're most thankful for in life?
I think I'm most thankful for the planet that we inherited at this time that has taken billions of years to develop all this life, to have water, just this much water. You couldn't drink it all. So it's a miracle. Yeah. We're living on a miracle planet that is sensational, That I'm most thankful for.
Yes, it's amazing, and we've talked, many times in the past about just the beauty of nature, the animal life, and you enjoy that when you're out skiing, right? You'll take some time and check out maybe a snowshoe hare track or a deer or whatever you see out in nature.
Also, that the sport of skiing. Around 1921, 22, 23, brought the first people out of their warm living room to outside and into the mountains by train.
Yes.
Like to St. Anton to take lessons from Hannes Schneider, who was the hero for skiing. They had taken 3 movies of him, ski movies, that were sensational, and they're now on the internet. You can still see it. That brought the first people out, and they were surprised how beautiful the mountains were because they had never seen them before.
Right.
And there was no ski lift in St. Anton then, you know, they had to climb. They had to climb, and then they had for the ski school, for a class, they had two people, the instructor, and then a younger one who had to learn how to teach, who he helped people when they fell to get back up again, or if the binding didn't hold, he fixed the binding.
Like an apprentice almost.
Yeah. So anyhow, and Friedel Pfeiffer was one of them for one winter season before they took him into the Hannes Schneider ski school.
Okay.
So it's a wonderful story how he brought the people by train to St. Anton and some other little towns in the Alps.
Right, and then skiing was the means to enjoy nature.
Exciting. I mean,
yes.
It was Hannes Schneider was the Gary Cooper of the Alps, you know.
Right.
Or but it's just terrific to have seen this many people come out, and then they also started coming out to look in the summer when there was no skiing. So it started people going out into the mountains and into nature.
Right.
Around 1922 or so.
Okay.
Pretty sensitive. And this guy was the Warren Miller of Europe. He got people excited about to play in the snow on skis.
Hannes Schneider is famous because he was really putting out that first group of ski instructors that came to the United States, right? And started many of the ski areas, seeded the ski areas with instructors, and then they could teach more instructors. So that was all flowing from Schneider, right?
Yeah, that was the Hannes Schneider. He had the best organized, most wonderful ski school.
Yes.
But in the movies, in the ski movies, they were terrific, you know. They're absolutely fabulous, the jumps and things they could do. And people saw that and said, wow, that amazing. I like to learn how to ski. And it is that what brought the world to appreciate the planet even more for its absolute beauty, you know.
Right,
You get outside, you see the little tree standing there, looking at you, snoring, like trolls, you know. So it just brought about the recognition of how beautiful the mountains are in the winter and summer. So, and now this is a big thing. Now the whole world gets out in the winter and summer, much more so than ever before.
Right. Well, there's a kind of a reawakening. You know, you probably heard, what is it, Shimroku or forest bathing?
Yeah.
They call it in Japan.
Right.
Because of all the digital connection.
Yeah.
The phones, the computer, the TV, everything else.
Yeah.
People are breaking away. They're going into the forest, and they're calling it forest bathing. So they can literally reconnect with nature.
Yeah.
So I think that there's a resurgence and a reinterest.
Yes.
Of that connection. It's so important. We're going to take a quick break, Klaus. Rehydrate. I know I can drink all the water here.
Sure.
When we come back from break, we're going to show a little close-up of my favorite.
Chin chin.
Cheers to the start of a great season. And we want to take a moment to thank our winter underwriters that make these kinds of inspirational shows happen with Klaus. We have the Aspen Square, Aspen Animal Hospital, Aspen Public House, Klug Properties, Pitkin County Landfill, and Sundog Athletics. We'll take a quick break, our only one of the show guys. Then we'll be back. I'm going to call him Santa Klaus for today's show with Klaus Obermeyer and so much more, so don't go away.
Aspen Animal Hospital's partnership with Wellhaven offers our community a very friendly and professional staff featuring 5 veterinarians, a new care companion plan, Wellness plans to cover your preventative care needs for the entire year, and now introducing new feline-friendly Thursdays. They also offer exotic pet care and acupuncture. For more information, call 970-925-2611 or visit aspenanimalhospital.com.
I'm so passionate about this community. I absolutely love living here and raising my family here. It gives me a lot of pride to share this with my friends and my clients and help them achieve their dreams of owning an Aspen snowmass and enjoying this incredible lifestyle.
Aspen Times, telling the stories that matter since 1881, is committed to local prep sports, arts, and entertainment coverage. They also offer the Drop-In, weekly recreational videos highlighting why we love to live in this community. The Aspen Times at local newsstands, aspentimes.com, Facebook, and Instagram.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
Hey, did you miss the turn for recycling?
I can't read the map on your cracked screen.
Celebrating another great winter season, Aspen Square Hotel is the hospitality place, featuring fireplace studio suites and larger condominiums with full hotel-style services in the center of downtown Aspen. Aspen Square is proud to support the Locals Show.
Welcome to the local show. People you work with, people you know.
Welcome back to the Local Show, guys. And remember, the days you don't ski, you don't get back. So, Klaus, we're living in the moment here, living in the now. A friend of mine likes to say, got now. Remember the old got milk TV commercials? He says, got now, which means, are you in the moment? And I'm in the moment, really enjoying this time here with you. And thank you for being here on the Local Show to kick off our winter series. And I want to talk about, you kind of touched on the beginning part of the show. Back in the day, people were skinning up the mountain.
You bet.
You know, and today it's again a research. You know, things change, but things stay the same.
But, you know, everybody was physically in very good shape then.
Okay.
And you needed it because they had the long skis and
yes.
long poles. And you needed to be in physically good shape just to lift your skis.
Right. Big equipment.
But that has changed. And now the skis are fabulous. They're wider, they float at lower speeds, they're more fun to be on. Yes. They make difficult snow more easy. Yes. And people climb into area. Now the whole world is a ski area. Wherever there is a hill and snow, it's a ski area because you can climb it with those wide skis, and it's easy to ski any chunk snow with them. So
right. Even if it gets like heavy or crud or whatever it is. Yeah. And back in the day, though, those were actual seal skins, right? The material was
for climbing.
Yeah. Seal skins.
Yeah, the poor seals.
Poor seals.
They didn't like that.
They didn't like that system. You know, they were like, move on to synthetics. And now it's a synthetic material.
Yeah.
What are some of the other there's been a lot of changes over the years. Yeah. Maybe a better question is what stays the same? Like, you know, back in the day when people they're going up and, I think that there's a difference in that there weren't lifts, whereas now we have lifts and we're going up and it's optional. We're still skinning up.
Yeah, it's
kind of interesting.
I think it just keeps you physically in good shape is to climb rather than sit on a chairlift and be brought up. Right. However, I remember the time when there was the very first lift, was a T-bar lift, Constam from Austria, and I couldn't believe it. You could ski a mountain 20 times, 30 times, whereas before you skied it 1.5 times maybe.
Yeah, right.
Know? So you got so much more skiing in, and technically developed so much faster for all the skiers by having had the opportunity to being brought up many times a day.
Right.
So, and before that you had to climb. And when I saw that first lift, I thought, oh my God, it's heaven. You know,
because you get to go over and over and
it's
over.
so terrific. But now with the new wider skis, it's you don't have to have a prepared piste, you know.
Yes.
So you can ski anything pretty safely.
Right.
And they started climbing again because, first of all, it gets you in good shape, but secondly, it also makes you enjoy all the little details. You see a weasel going through the trees here, or a little rabbit jumping. You know, it brings nature alive to you. You know, somehow.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you slow down. When you slow down, you can look, right? When you're on a high-speed lift, it's kind of like, almost like tunnel vision.
Yeah.
But when you're skinning up, you know, and I skinned up Highlands yesterday, you can really look around. You can notice nature a little more.
Yeah.
Notice the little long-tail weasel, the little white guy with the little black tail. I actually saw one 2 days ago. They're the cutest little guy. And they always, like, rotate their little heads like that.
Yeah,
They're really curious.
So it changed the perspective of skiing some, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, by climbing it.
How about a couple tips? I mean, we talked about ski tips in the past, but say a couple just general ski tips for maybe any level skier, where they can maybe, it could be anything. It could be about appreciating the sport. It could be about actual technique, but just some things that you like to share about skiing.
I think don't go any faster than you can safely handle.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah.
Great one. Be in control.
Yeah, be in control so you don't hurt somebody by hitting them, maybe, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, and we see some of these collisions because people are traveling at such high speed.
Yeah.
And we were talking before the show doing figure 11s, which they just go straight down, or they call it straight lining or straight running. You know, so you'll see some of that, and so maintain a safe speed.
I think that's the number one thing, you know. Don't go beyond what you can handle well.
And I like how you've talked about some of the Aikido principles, where you're one with the universe, one with the world, one with the mountain, even one with the run. Like, say, Spar Gulch, you might want to be one with the terrain and go side to side. And
you used to
like
be
that
able to
idea.
do that. now they're coming too fast.
You got to be the first one up there.
So you go to a different slope.
Right, but talk about that, like being one with the terrain.
Oh,
you know?
Absolutely. To be one, not just with the mountain and the terrain. You be one with the universe. You're one. You're the center, your own center of the universe.
Right.
And that gives you a little bit different way of looking at things. You know?
Right. And to realize the connection, you know, that we are, every person and everything is connected.
It's such a miracle that can be, you know.
Right. Well, I love your puffy, and we're calling them insulators.
Yeah.
And what else is happening at Overmeyer this winter? What do you guys?
Oh, it's very exciting because there are new, technically much more responsive materials coming,
right?
That are more waterproof and more breathable and lighter. So because if you climb, you don't want to have a 200-pound Parker on.
Right.
So
super
you
light.
want something very light that you don't have to feel badly about having on.
Right. You're not overheating, and it's not weighing you down. It's light, airy.
It keeps you warm going down.
Right.
So we figured it out. What works the best, you know?
So how do you decide on the mills? Like, there's these different mills, these manufacturers of fabrics.
Yeah, we try materials, we try them out, we wash them, we put them into freezers. There are all kinds of ways with which to establish the performance aspects of the materials, mainly for what purpose they are also. If you make a jacket with which you climb also, you need to have very good breathability.
Yes.
Otherwise you die in it, you know.
Right.
But if you plan to go to the North Pole, you need something a little bit fatter, you know. You need a nice down. So, and then there are the different qualities of down.
Right,
like, yeah,
right.
So we use the 80 pound, which is it's white and very fluffy and comes from geese in Eastern Europe, where they eat geese like we eat turkeys here, you know.
Okay.
So that it's a byproduct, and it is not raised to have down and pull it out of them, you know. That would be terrible.
Right, right.
So it's and then naturally we're lucky to live on the base of the mountain, and a lot of the stuff gets tried out and see how it performs really.
Okay.
And the performance aspect is a very, very important part of the product. It's number one. Number one. It has to work well. If it doesn't, we shouldn't sell it.
Right.
know?
It can't just look good. It's got to be very, very functional.
Yeah. It's got to be functional. It's got to fit right also. If you lift your arms, you don't want the parka to rise all the way up.
Yes.
You want to be able to do this, but the parka stays.
Right.
So there are a lot of little tricks in that game to make it as right as you can.
I like that. I just got the new Klaus insulator. It's that kind of that rich red color. You were actually wearing it today when you came into the studio.
Yeah.
And I really like the, I mean, it's you can pick it up with like 2 fingers.
Yes,
Super
very
light,
light.
super
Yeah.
warm.
Yeah.
And I love it that you guys put zip pits because, I mean,
For
hardly
climbing.
anyone does that.
Yeah.
So airing out and venting when I'm skinning up highlands, I'm not overheating in a down parka. It's really ventilated very well.
It's a kind of a down parka that you can use outdoors like all year.
Yes.
You know, on a cool summer night, it's nice to have it too. So, and it's not too fat. So
right.
It's yeah.
Which for me, yeah, I mean, I'm just, you know, and athletic bodies, you don't necessarily want, you know, a lot of, you know, like bell bottom pants. Remember back in the 70s, you don't want a bell bottom on your jacket either. So it's got to have kind of an athletic cut.
It has to be able to become a part of you.
Yes.
It's like if it grew on you, you know, and so you can move, and it keeps your temperature fair, and if it happen to get into a little rain, it is also waterproof, you know.
Right.
Like for that parka for 50 washings.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So there are a lot of little hidden wonderfulnesses.
Yeah, but it takes a lot of testing, a lot of design work, and looking around the world for these different materials. Klaus, we're already down to just a couple minutes, but I want to talk about like a long, happy life, like a couple tips for happiness, and just, you know, I think just we'll leave it at that. You know, just tips for a happy life.
Well, I think one great gift that we all have is the one of the freedom of perception. How do you wish to perceive life around you?
Yes.
You can perceive it negatively, you can perceive it positively. And so, and a lot of people are kind of negative. They don't need to be. You can be positive. See all the good, you know?
Yes.
And there is a tremendous amount of good just in the air, the oxygen in the air. And that we have water. There's so many phenomenal things in our lives on this planet that it has to put a smile on your face, you know.
Yes. So your focus, you know, you talk about the glass half empty and the glass half full. One person goes, oh, wow, that glass is half empty already. The other person's like, yeah, but it's half full. It's how you perceive these situations.
Yeah.
And even when things are tough, like this summer we talked about the Lake Christine fire, and you know, there's tough times in life, but there's always the good, right?
Yeah.
The teacher from the problem
Yeah.
that we can learn from.
Yeah. Well, we're dancing with all those things. We are dancing with fires. We're dancing with floods. We're dancing with whatever happens, you know. But wow, look
We're gonna
at
be
that.
you're gonna be dancing with an organic.
Grows on this planet. Isn't that sensational? You know.
So Klaus, I put this together for you. It's all organic, fruits and vegetables, and even a little goat cheese and some organic crackers.
Wow.
And you know, I just so appreciate spending time with you,
That's
so I made this for you today.
Super. Thank you.
Now you could have it all yourself, or you can, you know, pay it forward.
No, I eat it all myself.
Did you have fun on the show today? Did you have fun today?
Yeah.
Thank you for being here, Klaus.
You bet. Thank you.
We couldn't have started our season any better, you guys, and thanks for joining us on The Local Show.